Hey guys, Caroline Pierce coming at you today from my living room, still doing this quarantine thing, but still thankful to be getting in the Word. So I'm going to continue with our daily devotions today, and we're going to continue to read about Passion Week and about Easter week and all the happenings before that. And so I want you to go ahead and pause and read Mark chapter 14, verses 12 through 25. So read that, and then that's what I'm going to talk about here in a second. All right, so what you read in that was about the Passover and about Jesus sharing the first communion with his disciples. So we see at the beginning of the story, they're told, go into town, a man carrying a bucket of water will tell you where to go. And then Jesus tells them, hey, one of you guys is gonna betray me, and it's kind of dramatic. Big deal. They're like, oh, is it me? Is it me? And then after that, they share in the first communion. And so that's what I want to look at, is sharing in the first communion. And what does that mean to us now? How can we apply this part of Passion Week to our lives now? What does it teach us about who God is? And so I just really want to point out that they did not know what communion was. You see, Jesus had not died yet. And so when he's saying, drink of my blood and eat of my flesh, they did not know what that meant. They didn't understand that he was about to sacrifice his physical body for them and that we find life in his death. They didn't understand that. But what did they do anyway? Did they say, Jesus, I don't understand. I don't know what you're doing. You're asking me to do this and it sounds kind of crazy. No, it says he took a cup and he gave it to them, and they all drank of it. And similarly, right before that, he took bread, he blessed it, and he gave it to them. And they took it because he was Jesus. They didn't understand what they were doing, but they did it because they trusted him and they wanted to follow him. And so I think what we can learn from this story, maybe something that we haven't thought about when we think about Easter, but something that we can learn is that even when we don't understand things, we can know that Jesus has a long-term plan, that he is worth following and he is worth obeying. That when Jesus asks us to do something, or when Jesus causes something to happen in our lives, or he starts using our struggles for his glory, we don't have to necessarily understand what he's asking us to do. We just have to know his character well enough that we will follow him. And so during these uncertain times, there's a lot of questions. Why would God let this happen? What am I supposed to do about this? And we're not exactly sure. We don't exactly understand. We don't know what it means, like they didn't know what it meant to break bread or to drink of his blood. We are humans. I think a lot of times our society has started to tell us that we deserve to know. Man, don't do it unless you understand. Ask questions. You deserve to know what you're getting yourself into. You deserve to know why. Well, why do I have to do that? I think we've decided that as humans, we have that right, but we really don't. The thing that we have a right to is a relationship with God. And so because we have a relationship with God, we can trust that I may not know, but he knows. I may not understand, but what I do understand is his goodness and his character. And so I can follow blindly, and that is what faith is, being sure of what you don't see. That is what faith is not knowing and maybe not understanding what God's doing, but following him anyway because we know of his good character. And Easter time, the week of Easter, is a perfect week to do that. And so what does that look like practically? Corey challenged y'all to start serving others, and that's a great way to do it. And I think that practically, man, this looks like, instead of complaining, being thankful. Knowing that I don't really deserve to complain about things I don't like or things that are bothering me, but I can be thankful because I know that my God has a plan for it. So instead of complain, be thankful. How else can we do that during this Easter time is instead of asking questions, instead of asking God why, man, go to God and say, God, I trust you. God, I don't know why, but I trust you. I just challenge you guys to do that this week and to really look into the Easter story and see, man, what can I learn about this story or from this story about God's character? So we love you guys. It's Tuesday, so that means check back here at 2 p.m. for a fun video. It's going to be a really cool video, kind of Easter related this week, so you're not going to want to miss it. See you guys.